welcome to my channel about living in and moving to Denver, Colorado. Learn about all things Denver Metro. Today is Thornton, Colorado, and the neighborhood, what there is to do, what you can expect. Let's get into it. Martineau, also known as the Real Estate Gal. This is your first time tuning into this channel. Please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you get notified every time I release a video, which is twice a week. I am covering all things Denver Metro, things to do with your family, potentially places to live, learn about different cities, pockets, and neighborhoods. And as mentioned, my nickname is Katie the Real Estate Gal. So if you need help with buying, selling, or anything in between, I'm your gal. Here's my contact information below. Please reach out whichever is best for you. Call, text, or email. So for the sake of this video, let's see if Thornton, Colorado is right for you. So first, the pronunciation of Thornton. It is named after a governor of Colorado, and the N in it is kind of silent. I just say Thornton, not Thorn. I can't even say Thornton. So it's Thornton. It is 20 to 30 minutes away from downtown Denver, about 10 miles, and it is right in between I-25 and 76. It's 35 square miles and has about 143,000 residents. It is the sixth largest city that's in Colorado when looking at population. The nice thing about Thornton is you are still close enough to the city that you can Uber or work in the city, but you're not in that hustle bustle downtown kind of feel. Also, if you go north a lot to Fort Collins, Loveland, Greeley, or potentially even Boulder, Thornton is a really great area to look at because then you're not cutting through downtown Denver like you would be if you lived in Castle Rock, Highlands Ranch, Centennial, or anywhere a little bit further south. Thornton was established in about 1954, so it is a bit newer of a community and has a diverse mix of residential, commercial, and industrial areas, as well as open space and parks or recreational areas for those outdoor enthusiasts. There are picnic areas, ponds, 80 miles of trails, hiking and biking trails as well. And then there's also the Rocky Mountain Arsenal National Wildlife Refuge, which is almost 16,000 acres that separates a lot of Thornton from the airport. So there's multiple ways to get to the airport, which is about 30 minutes away. So if you drive north up and over, that's one path, or you can go under the National Refuge, depending on where you live or where you're coming from. But regardless, both ways is about 30 minutes from the Denver International Airport. Thornton is made up of two different counties. There is Adams County and Weld County. There are 62 schools, including 31 elementary schools, 16 middle schools, 11 high schools, and then some charter and private as well. If you're interested in learning more about schools, I would recommend you go to Great Schools to look at ratings and if these schools fit your family's needs. In terms of housing in Thornton, like I mentioned, they are a little bit of a newer community. So there are a couple master planned communities such as Fallbrook Farms, Lewis Point, and includes builders such as Toll Brothers, Lennar, KB Homes, Richmond American Home Builders, Century Communities. I have a really great list of all sorts of builders and the different styles of communities that are currently being built or that are newly built. A lot of these homes were built in 2000s to 2010 and it's still developed today. So if you want that list or if new builds are going to be a good fit for you, please reach out to me. I'm happy to send that over to you. And the nice thing about the Thornton area is it is more affordable than it would be if you're looking in actual Denver. I pulled a report in the last 6 months and found that the average list price is $557,000 and the average square footage is about 2,500 square feet. The median list price is about $540,000. So it's a very consistent in terms of price point. So that average price point is lower than the Denver average price point, which is in the 600,000s currently. Back to the master plan community, they typically offer a variety of home styles and sizes, as well as shared amenities such as parks, trails, and community centers. Now with master plan communities do come metro taxes. So it's important not to just focus on the purchase price of the home, but definitely take a peek at the taxes because they can be higher. And that number you can probably just assume isn't going to go down anytime soon because those taxes are incorporating the cost to build infrastructure, electric, new sewer systems, roads. I've seen those metro district taxes go up between $5,000 to $6,000 per year. So it might be an affordable home, maybe let's say in the high $400,000 range, but they might hit you on those taxes to accommodate building those new communities. So what is there to do in Thornton? Actually a ton. There isn't your typical downtown Thornton or old town style downtown, but they have a lot of different pockets of things to do and activities. There is the Larkridge Shopping Center, Denver Premium Outlets, Orchard Town Center. There's a lot of outdoor malls that have upscale shopping. There's Cabela's, Costco, and a ton of different chain restaurants. Along 120th, you're gonna find 3 Margaritas, Longhorn Steakhouse, Applebee's. It's a little trickier to find those locally owned restaurants and shops that you would in other neighborhoods such as the Highlands or Park Hill. But there are some local places like Chubby's has absolutely amazing green chili and steak burritos. You have Gunther Tootie's, which is this adorable restaurant that looks like an Airstream camper, and it has that kind of Grease Lightning feel to it, and some really great diner food. You got Boondocks Bar, you have Lazy Dog, which is a really great spot to watch sporting events, and they have some really good bar food, as well as healthy options too. The atmosphere is just really nice with high ceilings, a ton of TVs, and then one of my personal favorites, I love crumble cookies, and I know it's not local to Colorado, it is nationwide, but they do have a crumble cookies. The cookies are practically the size of your face, and they come out with rotating flavors every single week. All right, those are some places to eat. Now, some of the activities to do. In Federal Heights, you got Water World, which is an outdoor water park that has a lazy river. There's the wave pool. They have a ton of water rides, and that place is popping in the summer. Colorado has dry heat and it can get pretty warm. And so any chance you can go to the pool and cool off, people are gonna take advantage of that. Thornton has a Topgolf, which is super fun. And I don't wanna make any assumptions to assume that people know what Topgolf is. So I'll just cover it real quick. It is 3 or 4 floors of different bays that people hit golf balls to nets. And the goal is to get it in specific areas. I really just want to hit the ball as hard as possible. So I think a driving range would be more up my alley. But the cool thing about Topgolf is you can even go in the winter because they have a really great heating system for all the people hanging out in the bays waiting to take their turn. There are drinks, there's bar food such as wings and sliders, and I'm most certain that they're open till about midnight. So that's definitely a place to take a look at. They do have locations nationwide, so it's not unique to Thornton, but it's cool that there is a local hangout spot. Or if you want to play actual golf, there is the Todd Creek Golf Club. There are golf courses all about the Denver metro area. It's just nice that that one is local in that community, so you don't have to drive very far to play actual golf. To support local, the Prairie Playhouse Community Theater puts on Broadway type shows, so definitely check out what shows they have coming up. If you're visiting, you could coordinate that, or if you live here, it's always great to support local. And then Thornton is also home to a lot of yearly events, such as the Harvest Fest, which is during the fall time, September, October. They have a parade that features floats, marching bands, community groups. They have a pumpkin patch where visitors can pick their own pumpkin, a petting zoo, pony rides for kids. I think the best part is the chili cook-off and the pie contest. I love when people can compete for different culinary schools that they have, and they may have been making their grandma's pie for centuries. So those local contests are always really entertaining to watch. There is also a maze in the city. There's a couple different corn mazes that are in Thornton that also have pumpkin patches, and you can buy cider. I love the aerial views of corn mazes whenever they do a design. But then when you're in the corn maze, it's kind of like, Everything is corn, you know?
I really like corn.
I did one last year. I went to Maze in the City and they had a little scavenger hunt. So you had to hit different checkpoints and answer questions, and then that corresponded with a letter. And then you got this little sheet of paper and you had to spell out what that word was. So that made it a little bit more enjoyable than just walking through a corn maze. Another yearly festival is the Irish Festival, which is in July. There is Thornton Fest in the summer months, and that features a car show. They have neighborhood movies in the park, Twist and Shout Summer Concert Festival, and they have a new one called the Thornton Barrel and Beer Festival. So there's a lot of community events that happen and always something to do, whether it be for a weekend or something consistent going on. If you think that Thornton would be a really great place to look at or move to, let me know and I can set you up on a free search. My contact information is below. Call, text, or email. And if you want to learn about more cities that might be a great fit for you, you got to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you get notified every time I release a video, which is twice a week. We'll be on to the next neighborhood in the next video. Have a great one.